Hey, it's good to see you. Come on in, have a seat.
We have our first soap today from Hub City Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
It's good to see you. We're so glad you're here. Come on in for Barbershop Month. We're excited to see you. So one of the things that we found on Amazon in our shave journey, what are these little guys? These are atomizers that you can fill up yourself with your favorite aftershave or EDP. And they come apart like this. And this is a glass case that you can clean out with rubbing alcohol if you need to.
And it comes with a little funnel thing to kind of pour in.
It comes with a little squeezy bottle thing or a funnel way to get your aftershave in there. And then this goes in there. And that snaps on there.
So if you want to take a little aftershave traveling or share one with a friend, just pour a little bit out.
Yeah,
and it comes in a few colors, right?
Right, this is the link we found on Amazon. And they're just over $1. So if I wanted to send a smell out to somebody, I could just do it in this, right? Oh, so this is fun. We keep some of these in the bedroom just in case we need a little spritz before bed.
A little calming scent or something,
Like that. So thought we'd mention these. They're super fun. Way to take your favorite aftershaves on the road.
Good job, Amazon. We found a nice little option for that.
Yeah, and speaking of discovering things on the road, we have a new artisan today. What are we looking at?
You know, we had found them way back at the beginning, and I wasn't sure where we were going to sneak it on the schedule, and we kept kind of figuring out, and it was perfect because it's Barbershop Month.
As soon as we figured out, you know, we got 40 barbershops. We should probably have a Barbershop Month. Yeah, there we go.
But it's a brand new artisan for us, so I'm kind of excited to get to meet them and see what they got going on.
And here's why I picked this one. These folks know exactly how to play me because this is not called Barbershop. This is called Chats with Grandpa. Are you kidding me? Because that's one of my favorite things in the world. I know that was one of her favorite things in the world with our own grandpas, of course.
Right, just having to call and talk to them and just hang out with them.
And mine lived in Stockton's near UOP, so we would sit up all night and play 5-card poker every night, watching HBO together or sitting outside waiting for it to cool off, which it never did.
Going on adventures,
watering
getting
the
into
grapes all night, right? So yeah, Chats with Grandpa was a major
just the title alone was like, how can we not?
Yeah, all right. And Sarah's grandpa Ken was somebody that I got to know really well, and she was one of his all-time favorite people. And it was not uncommon for me to hear her on the phone with him every time she'd get in the car. He would be her co-pilot.
He was my commute buddy, my co-pilot.
So Chats with Grandpa are a big deal at our house. So I'm kind of excited to see what somebody did with this little nostalgic idea.
So
Why don't we meet the soap? All right, so this is from the sales page at Hub City Soap Company.
Nostalgic, warm, and inviting. Chats with Grandpa may remind you of standing in a doorway, watching your grandpa shave, and learning about life. While times have certainly changed from this bygone era, the wisdom in those conversations are timeless and remain true.
Be kind to everyone. Help those in need. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Treat others as you would wish to be treated, and don't underestimate the value of hard work. I hope Chats with Grandpa can transport you to a different time, maybe when life was a bit simpler. Through notes of... I'm not going to say what those notes are because those are upcoming.
That'll ruin the fun.
So not just a normal barbershop, but when your grandpa's waiting to tell you a story. That's where I want to go. Maybe he'll give you $5 an A on your report card kind of thing, you know?
Well, it's been kind of fun. You've had a few soaps that remind you of your grandpa's, and same with me. So I'm kind of curious, even the title alone, but it's kind of nice to know, like if you want to literally shave and have a chat with Grandpa, this might be the go-to.
And sometimes just remembering your grandpa and having 5 or 10 minutes just to do that and sift through all those wonderful times that you can remember, that might be just as awesome too as you get older. So you know what? Let's open the box.
This is how it came from Hub City.
Let's open a pouch. Okay, here we go.
Okay, it's been hiding on the piano. It's time to bust this open.
Oh, we got some confetti.
Oh, confetti.
I see it.
Yes.
I see it. Wait. We gotta see. Wait.
Oh.
Folks, I don't mean to alarm you, but we have a note, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and hope you enjoy from David at Hub City Soap Company. Thank you, my friend. We sure will. Let's see. Oh, I love this label.
label,
Look
my
at that. Yo, the barber pole, but it's like artistically changed.
And then it has a side label going on too. Your other
Oh,
favorite.
we love the side label here at the Barbershop
And it
Duet,
looks
'cause
like
we're
they
having
might
a
be from
snack on
Texas.
so
Is that the-
It is.
Hey,
it is definitely a
fun.
Texas outline. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's
Yes.
break this open. Yeah, I think you should go first on this one. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm too nervous. I can't.
I know, right? And then there's a new one. We always get extra excited. Okay, I'm going to show the pour first, so plug your
Okay.
nose.
Yeah. No, I'm not smelling.
Some people like to see the pour, especially if it's a new soap for us.
Ooh.
Okay.
Very nice. Very
All right,
nice.
let's
All
see
right.
what Grandpa has to say
Take
here.
it in, yes. Oh, all the eyebrows went up, y'all.
It's definitely a barbershop, I
Yeah.
have to say.
Yeah?
And it's definitely old-timey.
Oh, I love vintage barbershop. Now, do you get powder?
I do.
Oh, I'm a fan of the powder.
A
right here.
clean, like, sweet powder, if that makes sense.
Nice. Yeah, let me see. Here we go. Dive in here.
Okay, let's see.
Oh. Whoa.
Like, I think when I think barbershop, I think more this lane is what we originally
Yeah.
were introduced to.
Yo,
That type of
this
barbershop.
is barbershop month, so we're getting all kinds. We're getting beachy barbershops. We're getting Philippine barbershops. We're getting all kinds of barbershops. This, it's
powdery fresh.
surprisingly, it's one of the few, I think, traditional, just
I would
American
agree.
barbershops.
At least
that
our
we run
first
across.
whiff off the puck. That's what I would say.
Oh, beautiful. And it's not just the clean notes. There's a
No.
whirlwind of stuff going on inside those clean notes, y'all.
It,
Here,
I
wait a minute.
definitely get more like the powdery, maybe lavendery, like that fresh,
Oh,
clean.
yes.
But it's more stays in the powder zone. Like some of the
Yeah.
other ones branch off and get a little more citrusy.
Right.
This is definitely more the masculine grandpa
Yeah,
vibe, you
and
know?
let's have a grown-up conversation. The very first barber I used to go to had a giant brush, and he would just kind of slam it down in the talcum powder and just baptize you back here with it. There's something about that experience that has just cemented the smell of talcum
Barbershop,
powder
yeah.
into my deep consciousness. So for me, the smell of powder in the middle of a barbershop set
I'm
is
with ya.
kind of exactly what I'm looking for. But I love that this goes further with it. And I love
Right.
that it doesn't feel like it goes like under, like spicy, like
No,
dark
no,
with
no.
it. No, it keeps playing in the lighter
Right,
spices.
it kind of stays right in that middle zone. A lot of the other barbershops, at least to where we can figure out a difference, they'll either brighten up or sweeten up or get a little darker, earthier kind of spice.
Oh, I love this. And I love that the talc is not like overly sweet. You can still tell there's a little bit of chalkiness
Yeah.
to the talc because it's kind of a
But
real
the powder
talc smell.
fresh part hits.
Whoa. Oh, this is awesome. And then there's
I know.
something like slightly dry that when the sweet gets there, it's like, please wait a
Right,
minute.
it doesn't keep getting too
Please
sweet.
wait a minute. Right. there's
Nowhere
some-
near a
what
gourmandy
is that?
thing. Like it just kind of stays.
Yeah. Like what is that like stops the sweet from getting too sweet from that powder?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. 'cause
It's a separate note.
no, it might be a different floral because it's,
Yeah.
I do get the lavender, and I do get the powdery.
Right.
And then there's something else under that. It's funny because it doesn't make it too bright.
No,
it
that's
still
just
kind
it.
of stays in that middle.
Right. So that you could surround yourself in the powder and all that comfort stuff, but then there is something that when you approach it is like, this all stays right in here. Well, and it doesn't keep it from being too like crazy sweet with the powder.
Right, no.
That's what I love.
Right. And I have to say, if you were trying to introduce friends to scents, this is a classic barbershop that you could give them it would be like a nice baseline for them to go
Right.
from.
And the other thing I think that edge does is it keeps it really nice and masculine.
I agree.
Just to put
That
it out
powder
there,
fresh,
right?
it's there.
Because it's
I mean,
not
it's supposed
called
to be
hairdresser.
grandpa,
Right.
you know? It is
not
got
called,
that vibe.
right. Yes. It's not called meanderings with Nana. No,
No,
it's called
it's very
chats
different.
with grandpa. So that makes sense,
Right?
right?
I'm curious if we can find that other thing if we go to the lather, just because I can't figure out what that other
And
part
it's
is.
nice. It's not green. That
No,
edge.
it's not. And it's not-
kind of a spicy edge to it.
Without being the darker spices that we've had in other
Yeah,
barbershops.
yeah, like
Does that
all
make
the
sense?
weight of tobacco, but it's not tobacco.
No.
Get that out of your head, right?
It's still
Whoa.
a brighter spice.
Woo!
that could make
Let's
sense.
build a
I
lather.
think it-
Oh, it's a nice soap. This is our barbershop bowl from
from
Monica
Vanille.
at Vanille. She made it custom for us. If you give her a call down there deep in the heart of Texas, though, she can pretty much make
Right?
it.
This is the 3-color option.
Yeah, and then when we do the show here, we use the bougie sprayer. But rest assured, when we shave in real life, we use water. Oh, yeah. I know we don't talk about lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but...
Especially
this
when
looks
it's our
like
first
I'm-
time with a barber.
Look at that. Just
So that's what Hub
plastered
City has
in
to
the
say.
bowl. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we have figured out over the course of 140 soaps or so that it is very much about adding some air and water in this lather. This is the balance that your artisan generally intended, because this is what's going on your face. So don't really judge it too harshly.
Sometimes it does really make a drastic change from the
soap.
tub.
Yeah, mix it with a little water, and then you'll know what you're doing.
We are a bowl lather family here. Some people like to lather up in the bowl.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, just...
not that there's anything wrong with that.
But we tend to go straight to the bowl here.
Yeah.
So, let's see what that bowl says. Is it a
I
barbershop?
love this because we have a few other powdery barbershops.
We do.
Not a lot, surprisingly.
Surprisingly, we
not
really
as
thought
many
this
as you
month
think.
would be a little,
But this one, I love that as the sweet kind of gains momentum, there's something that then slows it down and doesn't let the sweet be your aftertaste. There's something more masculine and a little bit spicier here as your aftertaste.
It definitely stays in that mid-powdery zone.
Yeah.
Where, some of the barbershops have other tiers to it.
Right.
This is a very classic, it stays in that powdery barbershop-y, clean, fresh spot.
But there's something. There is something that when the powder starts going too fast, it pulls it over.
I agree.
And that's what makes this different.
And it does stay in the lather. What we were kind of getting here. I do still get that there. It's almost a little more brighter. Like the air definitely woke something up, but it switches.
It is something mixed with powder I've not experienced before. But I do know what it is.
It's been in other things.
Okay, I'm putting up a white flag here, folks. I'm going to surrender to Texas. Let's remember the Alamo and look at the scent notes.
Okay, so back to the website. Let's see what they got.
Here we go.
I hope Chats with Grandpa can transport you to a different time. Maybe when life was a bit simpler. Through notes of...
Okay.
Oh, first thing. Rum!
Rum!
Where's
there
the
you
rum
go.
gone,
Think
Grandpa?
light rum. Think light rum. Yo, that's this.
But it's a light spice. It's not a heavy, darker
think of it
rum.
mixed with the talc. It's gorgeous. And,
Okay,
and
next.
then...
Amber.
Yep. Again,
That's
a
the other
lighter
one.
spice. And this is what I was smelling. This next one, this is what takes the sweet and doesn't let it dance out of control.
Interesting.
Bay. Bay. Frickin' bay. So you're looking at rum and bay. Now, here's the thing. Let's be clear.
Not
when
bay
I
rum.
smell this, right.
Not bay rum.
I do not get a bay rum. I get a gorgeous powder. And then, just as the powder would almost get a little too feminine or a little too sweet, maybe, I get a whiff of the bay rum from the chair next door. That's what this is. So maybe that's it. The bay rum is me, or the powder is me, the baby powder, me, the grandson, and the bay rum is Grandpa sitting next to me, and I get both. A literal chat with Grandpa. Wow.
And then the last thing is musk. So that adds, it just puts it all together.
Grandpa's cologne, right? Or evening in Des Moines, $1.98 a quart. Grandpa's cologne, right? Yeah.
Wow. So, and almost like maybe you could be drinking rum, and then you had some amber something on you already, cologne, and then add in some bay, some musk, whatever the powder is in that, the talky kind of thing.
Yep. And let's be clear, yo, this ain't cherry Kool-Aid. This is a cherry cordial. This is something real and beautiful and elegant. This is not like your scratch and sniff sticker version of some of these things, folks. This is a beautiful,
and that makes sense why we couldn't pick those out, because they all blend in that same zone. Like, some of the citrusy
masterful blend. Yeah.
Like citrus is more of a brighter scent, so we knew that we weren't really getting that.
Right.
And then we knew that we weren't getting like the deep spices, and that's why. Which is kind of fun because some of the other barbershops have had like a basil or a rosemary, and this has the bay. Like there is something about that real kind of herb in there.
And I love that they use the bay and the rum not in the traditional way,
they're
because they're not the
listed.
stars here. They are not the stars. You give this to somebody who's a giant bay rum fan, and that is
I couldn't find it, and I'm a bay rum fan.
The first thing they're going to name.
No.
Right? They're going to say like, oh, okay, it's powder and it's other things. And I love it that it's in just that perfect combination that it just plays against the powder, pulls against it as two different sides of the clean smell.
Ooh, do we attempt to take it a little deeper in our chair here?
Okay, push the button that lowers the chair because I'm going down. What did you use to talk to your grandpa about, speaking of chats with Grandpa?
Well, in the last few years, I had a long commute. So my drive was like 45 minutes to an hour sometimes.
Yeah.
So he always was wanting to check on the car because I used to always swing by the house and he would give it a look himself.
Well,
so
he built race cars, folks.
He did.
So.
Fun fact, quarter midget race cars. ricecars.com. Check it out. But that he always wanted to know how many miles were on there, if I'd gotten my oil changed, doing the grandpa checkup, how much gas I had. And then we would go into deep conversations. Like, he always liked to sit outside. And as soon as he had his cell phone, I would sit outside and he'd tell me about the birdies that would come by, or the squirrels.
His
or
animal stories.
Right. His dog sitting next to him, or, it was every phone call was a different conversation. Sometimes we'd go really deep about childhood.
Right.
He used to be on
or
a farm.
Or the Korean War,
right?
when he almost froze to death.
Mm-hmm. And then he's from North Dakota. Like, it was just fun to kind of get to know.
Yeah, if you're already from North Dakota and then they put you somewhere where in fact, that was the story. So when he was drafted and he went to go do what you do when you get drafted, he told the guy that was in charge, I don't want to go anywhere hot. And the guy was like, well, that's balls. Tell you what, you're going to Alaska. And he sent him to Alaska, and he almost froze. And he was I wish I never said anything.
Korea would get really, really cold.
And then he went to
almost frostbite all the time. So, yeah, but we would talk about anything. I would talk about, even when my mom was little, asking about them or life at the races. They would drive around all over the country. So he'd been places I'd never been, which was kind of cool. So we never ran out of stuff to say, I gotta say. Every time I would get to where I needed to be, we were still chatting it up. So chats with Grandpa was real for me.
Mine's favorite story was when he used to play in a big band in Stockton, California. He played the tenor sax, and he was a band leader at the time. There was even a family legend that he once sat in with the Tommy Dorsey brothers, in Stockton when they came through once. It might have actually happened.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The story was that he came home and he put the money that he'd made that night. Now, this is the 1940s, folks, early 50s, right? Put the money that he made on his dresser, and his dad saw it. He said, is that for you or the whole band? And my grandpa said, that's my cut. And his dad said, you ever stop playing the saxophone, I'll kill you. So there you go.
Well, see, and probably before that, he's like, why are you doing music? And then when you see that, and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, and he always liked it that he and I were the two in the family
that
did
relate
could make a little money doing music if we needed to, So that's cool. Oh, I love that this brings all of that back. And I love that this has those two characters of the baby powder for the grandson and the bay rum and the musk for the grandpa. This is so fun.
And it's fun. Like, I do have stories that I know from your grandpa and mine, but that we both can smell this, and it takes us to our grandpas.
Right. So all you have to do is be a grandson in Stockton, California in the early 80s, because after that, Grandpa lost all of his hair. Go down to Country Club Boulevard and sit with him at the old barbershop, where he's going to introduce you to the barber and the teenager picking up the hair off the floor. They're going to give you a couple of sticks of double mint gum, and somewhere in there, you're going to have the most delightful afternoon talking to Grandpa, and you just got your own. So head over to hubcitysoapcompany.com, where you'll find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Y'all, stop the music. Stop the music. Y'all, this did something that no soap has done yet. When I got done shaving with this absolute charmer of a scent, I had this amazing smoothness to my face, like conditioned, that no other soap has done before. And for like an hour after my shave, I was just going, like, I don't know what that was, but if you have some more experience than I do with Hub City soaps, let me know if you have that same delightful experience with your shave. Thanks, guys. We'll be back.
Welcome to Messages.
And welcome to halfway through Barbershop Month. So we are planning ahead. Next month, February 2024, is going to be classic aftershave month. We have a few sitting on the piano already. We've got Barrister and Man Spice on the way. We've got Sacre Bleu from PAA. We are all set to go, but we have a couple extra holes in the schedule. So if you know of a classic aftershave homage in a shave soap, put it in the comments for us.
We need to make sure it's on our list. So any comments you have, we will take it. We'll cross-reference and make sure whoever we're missing, we can hopefully get it here in time.
And we'll see you in February. Unexpected. I love it. The U word is so ubiquitous in this shave world, but it's unexpected. One of my F word list soaps. This is one of my favorites, folks. Beautiful,
This is definitely in the category of classic barbershop.
Right.
If you were looking, if you like the powdery scent, this could totally be up your alley.
Right.
And I gotta say, this is our first from Hub City. We're gonna have to see what other ones they have. So if you
Yeah.
guys have any ideas,
And
let
you-
us know.
and-
If you haven't tried a barbershop scent and you want to go and figure out what
and
that
be more
classic
of the
scent
powdery,
is,
classic
this might
type.
be up on one too.
I would put this there. And there aren't as many classic barbershops as I thought.
Right.
This is only the third one we've ever run across.
And we thought our month was gonna be full of this powdery fresh scent, but I gotta
Nope,
say,
we are
barbershops
on
are crazy
all
different.
kinds of crazy adventures, but every once in a while it's fun to come home again.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.